Hello, friends. Welcome to ACC Mumbai once again. What's up? How have you been? Hope you're having a wonderful time with English and all its activities in your life, with your household activities, your office life, your students' life, your friends' circle. Friends, let us aim for a wonderful English speaking world. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel and exclusively share it to your friends. And please ask them to join my channel for some lovely English videos. In today's date, we are having the issue of subject-verb agreement. People speak good English, but they fumble with grammar. All right, it's about first person, second person, third person. Before I share my screen, thanks a million for your wonderful support and comments. I do keep on missing to reply to your comments, and thanks profusely to all your comments, and thanks a million. Do keep subscribing, liking, and sharing my channel with your comments. So let's go, and I'll just share my screen and let's have a look. We are going to learn about the subject verb agreement. Agree. Now, see, I am coaching, I am taking a lecture. What's this? What's the subject in this language, in this sentence? I am the subject. I am coaching, or I am taking a lecture. I am taking a video lecture. You are the person, you're the spectator. You are watching. Agree. So if I talk of the sentence, I am coaching, I am the subject, and coaching is the subject. I'm sorry, object. That's the object. Subject and object. The verb I am coaching this maths. I'm coaching maths or I'm coaching science. So coaching is the verb. I am teaching. Subject, that's me and the subject. Verb is coaching and the subject would be the teaching. I mean the subject. So let's have a look. I have the first sentence over here. He don't like to be fined. All right. I know you have been. I just hope you should not be fined, because during traffic issues and we have some traffic violations, and at times unknowingly we get fined. All right. So there's a sentence saying he don't like to be fined. Now, what do you think? He don't. Does it sound good? This don't is used for plural. They don't like to be fined. Agree. For he, she, it, we use he doesn't. Agree. He doesn't like to be fined. She doesn't like to be fined. So please ensure when the subject is a singular person, it is doesn't. In plural, it'll be don't. They don't like to be fined. But he, she is doesn't. He doesn't like to be fined. Second question, the second sentence. This kind of apples are sweet. Now you would wonder, you would say, you just told us that if it is plural, you'll use are, he, she, it is, they are. So like they are, the apples are sweet. So I would say this kind of apples are sweet. What's the issue over here? Is it incorrect or is correct? It appears to be correct, but my dear friends, this is the sentence in view of the kind. This kind of apples is sweet. Are you getting my point? This kind of apples is sweet. Agreed, we're talking of apples. If I say apples are sweet, that's okay. But this kind of apples is sweet. So ensure you look at the subject and its agreement with the verb. The kind is one kind, not many kinds. It's one kind. One kind of apples is sweet. Makes sense? Let's go ahead. Next one. There stands Bob and Michael. There stands Bob and Michael. Are we speaking only of Bob or only of Michael? No. We are speaking of both these people. Both the men or both the boys, Bob and Michael, are standing. So don't you feel they are in plural? They are more than one. So you would say, there stand Bob and Michael. We are talking about both of them. There stand Bob and Michael, not merely Bob. If I say only Bob, there stands Bob. There stands Michael. There stands Priya. There stands Michelle. All good for that matter. In that regard, we'll have stands. But this is, they stand. There stand Bob and Michael. Fair enough. Next. Here come their daddy. Here come their daddy. So here they comes their daddy. Now, daddy, we are speaking of one person. Agree that we are talking of many people, many children, but here comes, they'll say, here comes their daddy. So without a single person, I'll say, here comes their daddy, or here comes their mama, or here comes their brother, or here comes their sister, or here comes their friend. We are talking of a singular person. A singular person, we will speak, he is coming. So here comes their daddy. Next, bread and butter are a good food. Now you would say this is again a contradiction. Then we are speaking of plural. Agree. I just spoke that they are plural, more than one. More than one, they'll say are. Alright. So bread and butter are a good food. But my dear friends, we are not talking of bread and butter. We are talking about a food, a good food. Fair enough. So, in this sentence, I would say bread and butter is a good food. Have a look. Does it make sense? It looks good. Bread and butter are good for health. I can say bread and butter are good for health. In that regard, I would not say bread and butter is good for health. Here, bread and butter is a good food. I'm talking of food. So, bread and butter is a good food. Each of them are honest. There are children, they are honest. There are people who are honest. So, I would say they are honest, men are honest, women are honest, boys are honest, girls are honest. They are all together. So, they are honest. In this sentence, I am talking of each of them. Each of them is honest. Isn't that right? So I would say each of them is honest. All of them are honest, fair enough. But each of them is honest. So the grammar, the verb changes from are to is. Neither of the two men are at fault. 9 out of 10 children or people will tell me it is correct. 100%. Neither of the two men are at fault. We are talking of two men and neither of them are at fault. Agree? I'm talking of two people, two men, two women, or two people. Neither of two men are at fault. Mind you, I am talking of neither of them. That means I'm speaking of one at a time. Neither of the two men is at fault. Are you enjoying it? Neither of the two men is at fault. Neither of the two mobiles is working. Neither of the two laptops is working. Fair enough. See, these are things you can use in your day-to-day life. Neither of the two gifts are, neither of the two gifts is good. You may look, it will appear that it's incorrect. No, it's correct. Neither of the two gifts is good, or neither of the two gifts is liked by me. Something of that sort. Next, everybody should do their duty. Everybody is something in plural. Everybody should do their duty. Men should do their duty, women should do their duty, children should do their duty. Agree? Everybody should do their duty. Check this out. It's talking of everybody, or you may say everyone. Even if you say everyone, don't you feel you would say everyone should do his or her duty? Check this out. Fair enough. We are talking of everybody. Generally, we say that everybody is in totality. Every one of us. Agree? But see the intricacy in this. It's talking of everyone. Everyone should do his or her duty. So fair enough. So I hope you've enjoyed this thing. And thank you for your support. And do keep on sharing my videos to all your friends and relatives and all your colleagues. And looking forward to see you in some of my live sessions. I might come very soon, maybe tomorrow or day after, or maybe somewhere midweek. Let's meet on weekends. Fair enough. I believe weekends you should be available, say about Saturday evenings, or maybe Sunday before lunch, something of that sort. I'll keep you updated. Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful evening ahead. Have a good day. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you.